Hi, my name's Andy from Technology Core, and this is a short video on the Numbers Toolbar within the WizTeach software annotation tools that comes with all of the Technology Core hardware. So if we're going to find the Numbers tool, we'll just unpack the main toolbar within WizTeach and we'll see our curriculum subject areas mapped out here. We're going to go from maths, and as I said at the start, we're going to be looking very specifically at numbers. If you want any of the other areas, look at our tutorials on our website, they're all there. For numbers, we're going to hit number and we're going to open up the numbers toolbar here. Within here there are sets of resources, backup tools, interactive dynamic tool sets that are going to help you enhance your sessions and produce series of scenarios where students can come up here and do different things around number. So in order to make this look a little bit clearer for the sake of this video, I'm going to put a background on with WizTeach, which you do by hitting this button here, and that just blacks out my desktop and gives us a nice crumpled cheap look here. So hopefully this will come across okay. So what we'll do here is we'll start at the top of the toolbar and we'll just grab the first number here. So we've got our 1 to 9 single digit numbers here that we can drag out. We can extend that into kind of thousands, go into decimals, go the other way, or if we want, and we can make this as big or as small as we like. So this is where you can make, if you're teaching younger students, you can make this nice and large and have the students come up here and actually grab each of these tangible numbers. The way this works, the kind of nature this has, if you put a 5 next to a 4, it will snap in and become a 45. It will become a 2-digit number. 3-digit, 4-digit. There we have our number. We can grab it from the top left. If we grab the 5 out, we'll grab the hundreds. Likewise with the tens, the units. So really, really good for place value, really tangible. We can do all sorts around that right across the spectrum of place value. Okay, so other ways that you can use this. If we grab our number tool back up here, we'll grab the numbers back out again. We'll also grab this time the operations, and we'll start looking at some different equations, times tables, additions. Here are your range here. Again, we've got our numbers here, and this is what WizTeach does. Each of the tools will interact with any of the different other tools. So by that I mean, if we produce a very simple times table equation here, stick an equals on there, it will snap in and it will do as you would expect it to do. It will create a dynamic equation here and it will solve it for us. We can unpack that, bring out the answer, or if we're moving through a series of questions with our students and we're going pretty quick on the fly, drop an 8 in there, change the equation up. It really is that tangible. Grab the answer, stick it in here, and you can just keep working away. Infinite amount of opportunities to investigate and unpack different areas of number. And you're really only limited by the operations that are on hand here. So we'll just clear screen, and we'll show you some more about the number toolbar. Okay, underneath, next up we have our Abacus here. Again, make it nice and big, completely tangible, move the beads along. You'll see that we're creating numbers here. Each of these numbers can be pulled out, hidden. Every time you pull that out, you can then do the unpacking we were doing before. You can bring out your numbers from before and create numbers from here and drop them into the Abacus. This is what we're talking about with the nature of each of the tools speaking to each other and being able to co-interact. So lots of different things you can do around place value with this tool. Again, it works over the top of anything. We're working on a background here, but we could be working alongside websites, documents, different areas that we've already used to teach number. Other little tools at your fingertips here that we've got. You've got things like, if we hover over it, it will show us the function machine here. Very, very simple. Create a function. This is just quite a fun way of being able to explore different ways of expressing these. It's just a different kind of grip on that. Reveal the answer. Get rid of that. Number lines and grids, these are really, really useful. I'll bring both of them up so we can look at them at the same time. You can create any number line and any grid. You can do a 1 to 100 one, you can bring out any of the defaults, or you can create your own number grid. If you create your own number grid, this is great for looking at different multiples and jumps and getting people to your students to understand place value. You can define the number of rows, number of columns. You can start at a number that you want to start at, so you can change it each time, so it's different every time the students come to this. You can increment by different multiples, if you're looking at multiples of 5, multiples of 2, up and up and up. You can hide the numbers from the start so they don't know which of the numbers are where, and they have to actually use their maths, their place values to figure that out. Or you can bring out one of the predefined ones. This is just the standard 1 to 100. And you can manually drag these out. And again, as you've seen me do before, we can split these apart. So this becomes a challenge now for the students. If they're trying to put a 40 back where a 48 will be, it just won't snap into place. They're going to have to actually provide the intelligence behind that and be able to lock that back in. These are great little kind of fun ways to start lessons around place value or finish, or just create little individual tasks for students to be able to do by themselves on the board or on one of our screens. So other tools that are on hand within here. We've also got fractions. This is great. Again, really, really nice, tangible, visual look at fractions, quite an abstract topic. You can create any fraction from here. You can have a look at it in this form. You can drop it in as a pie chart, have a look at 1/6 there, compare it against 3/10. You can even drop that on top of each other and then click on there and actually see the fraction underneath. Really, really nice visual, physical way of comparing two fractions and getting that across. Rather than have you create this, the tool does it for you. You can also do the same with the fraction toolbar, so it will actually give it you back as a tool here. Now, what you can also do, if we get rid of those, with each of the fractions, just to hammer home the point that these will work interoperably with the other tools you've seen. If I chuck a times table tool there and chuck an equals on there, okay, it's going to actually go down the maths route for me there as well, and we can start timesing a 7th and then 1/8, and it will take it all the way to the simplest form to allow my students to have an understanding of that as well. So really, when we say each of these tools work together, that's exactly what we mean. They can all complement each other, and you can use them exactly as you'd expect them to be used. This is our onboard calculator. Great for areas, you know, if you're solving some equations on a math sheet, they can have this to their side and they can be using it just like a big calculator. Hey. Okie dokie. So that's a quick guide to what lies within the numbers toolbar within WizTeach. Again, WizTeach works over the top of absolutely anything. That was just me working on the background. Just a very quick guide to what each of those tools does, and a couple of different examples of how you might use them.